Anyway, here with reaction, Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, I know the Obama phone issue became a problem for the company involved. Now we have Biden phones, free phones for illegal immigrants. How are the people of Louisiana going to react to that?
Well, not well. Let me address this immigration issue because it's important, Sean. I have long believed that the Biden administration is more concerned about the best cordless 3-in-1 mop than they are about securing the border. Either one or two things are going on. Either the person that President Biden has put in charge of the border has the IQ of a sloth, or the Biden administration believes in open borders. I think they believe in open borders. That's very unfair. I mean, think about it. We have Nigerian doctors and German engineers who are following the law. They're waiting years to be properly vetted, but yet President Biden will allow any gangbanger who can cross the river and jump the fence. He just says, come on into America. It's also very dangerous. We don't have the slightest idea who's coming into our country. But I don't think the Biden administration will change because they prefer to bow to the wokers, and open borders is part of the woker cupcake Bible. The wokers honestly believe that vetting people at the border is racist. They honestly believe that. And I know that sounds like that I'm saying it. I'm from crazy town, but that's what they believe.
I'm looking at the economy, Senator, and I'm really worried about what I'm seeing. It's disproportionately negatively impacting not only every American, but really very specifically poor and middle-class families. Bloomberg estimates are that it's costing every American household $5,200 a year, Biden inflation. We're paying record high prices for gasoline. That extends towards everything we buy in every store that we go to, heating and cooling our home. And I'm looking at this in a 40-year high of inflation, and we have a president that would rather do a deal with the mullahs in Iran or the murdering thug dictator in Venezuela, or beg OPEC that has rejected one plea after another to increase oil production, than drill here at home and make our own energy sources, which would lower the price and probably have a big impact on lowering the 40-year high of inflation. Why aren't we doing that?
Look, inflation, Sean, as you well know, is the most pernicious tax imaginable. And the inflation we have right now is a direct result of Bidenomics. President Biden, he's blamed it on everything but what really caused it. He's blamed it on the war with Putin. He's blamed it on Congress. He's blamed it on unemployment. He's blamed it on greedy business women. As I've said before, I wouldn't surprise me if President Biden stood up tomorrow and said, I've discovered the origin of inflation. It originated in a bat. The truth of the matter is that what pushed us into inflation was the $1.9 trillion so-called COVID bill that was really nothing but the Green New Deal and welfare that he passed in March of 2020, and with no Republican votes. And we told him, Mr. President, if you do this, you're going to cause both demand pull and cost push inflation. And he did it anyway. Now, Congress can do its part. We need to stop spending money, and it doesn't matter whether we have to borrow the money or we even find the savings in the budget. When government spends money, it stimulates the economy. We're being asked right now to pass yet another COVID bill because Senator Romney and Senator Schumer think we need another COVID bill. Well, we've already spent $6.7 trillion on COVID legislation, and right after that, we're going to be asked to spend $250 billion to fight China. And after that, you watch, Sean, when the border, after they get rid of Title 42, there's going to be a massive wave of humanity across the border. The Biden administration is going to ask us for 20 or 30 billion to secure the border. And all of this contributes to inflation. And we don't have 5% of the money. We have to borrow all of it. How long would the average American's family last if every month they just kept charging more and more to the credit card? My family wouldn't last very long. And that's why the record of the Biden administration, in my judgment, in the first 14 months, looks like the Hindenburg crashed into the Titanic. And the American people have figured it out. And they're not happy, and I don't blame them.